What have I been doing with this fern? Well, if you'd like to find out, carry on watching and all will be revealed. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do another experiment. And as usual, I don't know how it's going to turn out. I've picked up some brilliant purple acrylic paint and it's opaque. If you haven't already seen my video explaining about the opacity of paints, I will leave details. You'll find it at the top of the screen now, and you'll be able to get that link and it will tell you more about opacity. I'm going to use this, and I'm going to use some opaque Titan Buff. I'm going to mix them together. Just put a little bit of the purple on and some of the Titan Buff. I want to mix them around so I get more of an even colour, but it doesn't really matter if it's kind of a mottled effect. It won't spoil the overall feel of what I'm going to do. So that's all I need there. Just get rid of the paint on my brayer. And now I'm going to put the fern on. Now I've taped my tissue paper down. It's called registering the print, so that when I put the paper down and then lift it back up again, I should be able to put it back in the same spot. Well, that's the theory, but sometimes the best laid schemes of mice and men. I really want to get into these leaves so that I get a good impression on the plate. So what should happen on this first pull is that I pick up most of the purple paint. And if I just take this back a little bit, you can see here, this is the kind of print that you would normally get on a first pull. You can see the purpley paint and the outline of the fern. But what I want to do now is to get the detail of the fern. So I'm going to carefully take it off, get the paper down as best I can. So fingers crossed, this may or may not work. And we should get some detail in the outline of the fern. Managed to rip the paper, but never mind, you can see there what I'm trying to describe. Here you can see where the little underparts of the leaves here are leaving an impression on the silhouette of the fern. So this still is classed as a first pull. You've only used one fern, some paint, and you've used one piece of paper. So I'll try it again with a darker colour and see if it shows up any better for you, but hopefully you can see what's happened on that pull. So as you can see, what I've done is I've taped down some paper, registered it again, and I'm going to use my brayer. This time I've got some laser print paper, and we'll see what happens when we use laser print paper rather than the tissue paper. Put that to one side and we'll have a look at the two of them together. I'm using, this is Amsterdam, again it's opaque and it's brilliant blue. So I'll try and put a little bit more paint on this time. Well, that really is brilliant blue. Just taking off the excess paint on my magazine that I have to one side, trying to carefully place the fern, and now I'm going to go over the fern as firmly as I can. Again, trying to get into where I feel that the tiny leaves are hiding under there. Put my paper on a bit skew-whiffed, but hopefully it won't matter because I've taped it down. It might behave a little bit better than the previous paper. Just peeping under there to see what's happening. So a really crisp outline of the fern, if you can see here. And again, I'll move the fern away and quickly pop the paper back and smooth over the top of the fern. And just to remind you, this is still a first pull, a single pull. You're not putting any layers on it, you're just using one fern. This is one particular colour and one piece of paper. And let's push that down a little bit more. And there you can see again the outline of the fern and some detail within it. Some places are better than others, but hopefully you can see the effect that you're getting there. And not only that, you probably have a ghost print under there that I will attempt in the next few minutes to see if I can get that off the plate as well. So we have two examples there for you to have a look at. So I tried to take the ghost print off with the matte medium, but nothing really came off, so I didn't bother showing you what happened there because there wasn't very much to see. But I've decided now I'm going to go and try some black tissue paper and see what happens with that. It may work, may not, but we'll see in a minute. A nice smooth covering. Certainly got a lot of use out of this fern from the garden. I've doubled the tissue paper up and I've taped it down again to register it. And I've never used this black tissue paper in this way before, so again it'll be very interesting to see if anything works. If you are enjoying watching my videos and you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I'd be really grateful if you did, because it helps the channel to grow and it enables me to do more of these kinds of videos for you. Oh, that's rather nice as it is. I hope you can see that. Obviously I can't take it off because it's registered at the top of the Gelli Plate. Take the fern off. This is the tricky bit now. Getting it back in place. Give it a good firm press down. And fingers crossed. Well, from where I'm sitting, that looks really rather nice. I just moved my Gelli Plate out of the way, otherwise everything will stick to it, and we'll review what I've done. Okay, so let's review what I've done. This was the first one, and you can see that you can pick out some of the features of the leaves on the fern. This was the second one that I did. This one was on just copy paper, laser copy paper, which I tend to favour. You can see more detail, I think. And I obviously put a blue colour on this to begin with, brilliant blue, and this one was a purple and a Titan buff. This one was just on black tissue paper, and I think this is the most successful one. You can really see the detail in the fern, so that might be something that you would like to try yourself. Going on the theme of a single pull, these are using paints as a base. This is using just a coloured tissue paper, and this lovely fern that's just giving and giving and giving. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Like I said before, If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so, and I'll be back soon with more ideas for you in layering your jelly plate and moving forward into proving that you can make beautiful arts with a jelly plate that's got depth and texture. So hope to see you next time. Bye for now.